What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great day. Folks, we're going to have a look at an older curiosity photo. It's from Sol 1452. Now, this photo here I'm about to show you has made its rounds. There's no doubt about it. In fact, I think I tackled it a long time ago, and what I basically believe is that this photo shows ruins everywhere in it. When you first look at it, it looks like nothing but rocks. Now, this photo came out a long time ago. I believe it was Rami Bar Elan had brought it out, as well as Martine Graney, great anomaly hunters, and they've done fantastic work. Now, sometimes they'll show what looks like people and stuff like that. I don't see that. You folks know that. I've always said that. I don't see what looks like little people and stuff. Maybe it's just the way my brain's wired. Now, after I show you all the details in this photo, it's going to leave no doubt in your mind that this rover and all the other rovers and landers are here to see what's left over of a civilization that once lived on Mars, and maybe still does. Let's have a look at this, shall we? All right, you can see right here at the top of the photo, it says Curiosity Left Mass Cam M34, okay? And this is from, again, the Curiosity rover. Now, you folks have seen this. You can see this object at the top right. That was, to me, was like, boom, that's what caught my eye and everybody else's eyes. And you'll understand why once we get a closer look at it. First, I'm going to show you the manipulation that's being intentionally put into this photo. Now, I'm hoping that Blair fan that has been posting on my Discord page is watching this as well. He's been commenting on one of my moon photos. He says, listen, I've been looking at all of these LROC photos, and I don't see your structures that you're talking about. He believes that the government would never lie. Well, again, I'm hoping he's watching this because I'm going to show him that what he sees here is only 1% of the truth. What looks like a bunch of rocks is not at all. Let's just jump right into Photoshop and have a closer look. All right, here it is right here. Now, here's the anomaly up in the top hand corner, up in the right here. And you can see that. To me, folks, that alone screams intelligently made. This object right here. Now, what people are not seeing is objects like this. You say, what are you talking about? Objects. Well, have a closer look. You can see what looks like something doing this. White framework, folks. Okay? Something coming out like this. You see all this brown around there, and you go, well, clearly that's nothing. Look at the smaller details sticking up. We're going to bring that out a lot better. We're going to get rid of this crap here. Now, let's just back up. Let's go into the raw plating of this photo, and we're going to go into a black plate. Okay? We're going to bring this in. Look at this. Are you serious? No, government wouldn't lie here, folks. Come on now. And people can argue it's all shadows. Okay, what about this white piece down here? Notice how we can still see darker here because they're trying to really get rid of what's right here. So that's what they're doing. Now, if we were to do this, let's just back up here a little bit. Go to the full color. Now, I'm going to show you how Photoshop sees it. Right here. Now, let's go back in to the raw plating. We'll go to the black plate. Folks, have a look at this. How do you look at that and say there's nothing been modified here? How come I can see it on this right here, but I don't see it on this one? If they're compression artifacts, you should see that quite a bit because you can see something right here white inside there, and you don't see it on this part of this blackened area. See that? But you actually see it here. All completely taken out right here. You can see it doing this, and yet you can see it's been taken out. It's all over this photo, folks. The whole photo is pretty much like that. Go to any one of these so-called stones. They're not stones at all, folks. These are objects laying on the ground, and they're modifying them. That's all they're doing. And here's a good point I want to show you. Let's go back to this right here. Look at the pieces underneath this, and you can see this piece sticking out. Okay? See it right there? This piece here, you can see it doing this. Okay? Do you see that white piece under it? That is the actual anomaly. This is covering up the rest of it. Okay? See that? This is the original, only in black plate. We're looking at the black plate. Look at the actual compression artifacts that have been added to this. Why do we see it here? And yet it's not in this part right here. That's because it's being intentionally put in, and it's hiding what's really on this hillside. Okay, now that we got that out, we're going to show you some really, really cool stuff. Now, when I was saying earlier, I said, I believe, let's get rid of this crappy color. I believe there's multiple structures here. Why? Well, here we go. Top corner. Check that out. Now, I also want you to look at things like this. Is this a rock? Well, let's have a closer look. Check out the features in this so-called rock. Why is this thing doing this, or at least appears to be doing that? And we can see what looks like a little bit darker areas here and there. See that? You can see that. So that's one area. Once I enhance this, you're going to see all of this on that ridge. There's what looks like mechanical parts, folks. All this right here, this is not just rock down here. All this down here in the middle. That's not all rock. I promise you it's not. This structure is a little weird. And when I say by structure, wait until you see this. Why do we have what looks like a sloping, almost like a side to a pyramid, right there? See that? And I'm just curious if this is actually a blown apart structure, because I don't know why you would see something like this shape here inside or on the side of a rock or a mountain. This object right here, if you look carefully, look at the white pieces, not the brown. Pause it right there and just have a look at every little white piece. This is layered. You can see another part of it doing this. Back piece. Right there. Check that out. We have what looks like this little piece right here. That doesn't look natural by any stretch of the means. See that? Okay. And again, have a look at that circle and the white curved pieces. I believe, in my own opinion, that this may be some kind of roadway. Right here, going right between structures. Like this is one in the rear, and this pile here is on the right side. So there's so much in this photo, it's mind-blowing, okay? I'm going to show it to you in full color. Folks, get your magnifiers out because you're going to want to check this out. I'm not going to be able to go over everything. I'm just going to circle a few things and make a couple comments about it, and then we're going to go black and white on this, okay? So here's the full color. Look at the difference, folks, compared to this. Yeah, there's so much more in this photo, and we're going to break it down right now. We're going to start from the back, right here. All right, now, let's go in. I want you to look at all the parts and pieces that are in here. I can circle a few things here and there. Look at this whole thing right here, this whole area. Just inside that alone. Look at the shapes in here. The outline of these parts. Okay? Check that out. See that? Okay. Up here. You're going to see what looks like mechanical objects scattered everywhere. I'm wondering if this was some kind of factory of some sort. Seeing something going like this. There's a line here. There's a line here. Slide over to the right. This is the part I was showing you earlier. Look at that weird details in that thing. This is the original. Just the color taken off. And we can go right to the original right there. See that? Now, folks, have a look at the back here. Right in here. Look inside that circle. You can still see it. All I do is brought up the white pieces that are white. I just brought them out brighter. You can still see it in this crappy color right here. I'll go back and forth to the original, to the enhanced. And what we try to do is burn the crap away that is surrounding these anomalies. Check this out. Go in here a little bit. We have things that look like pipes right here. Objects right here. Look at the shapes in this hillside. Here. All these little pieces in here. Right here. It's everywhere, folks. Now, this part is what really gets me. Okay? Again, we have this weird shape inside the side of this hillside. We got what looks like it goes up like this, like on a slant. On the side of this random butte, hill, whatever it may be. You can see that. I believe this to be part of the flooring or a foundation or something. And without doing anything to this photo, check this out. Look at the stuff in the bottom here. Something that looks like it's sticking out this way. There's all kinds of junk here, folks. It's everywhere. It's littering the ground. How can anybody say anything else? Now, let's do the full enhancement on this side. I'll just back up a little bit. Here we go. Folks, check it out. Here. All in here. And we can see shapes like this. We can see circular pieces with centers. See that? At the top, some people argued that it was probably stone. I don't believe that's the case at all. We can see these two arch type things right here. One here, one here. You can see little pieces inside of that area. Take a close look. There's like a square piece inside here. An upside down triangle here. And all of these pieces in here, folks, I believe this is machinery. I believe this is some kind of factory that's been blown to pieces. Now, I talked about this earlier, right here. Again, look at the framing. This may actually do this. Goes across, comes down. You can see the other little parts in here. What look like more framework right here. Now, what is it sitting on? Let's have a closer look. Check this out, folks. Okay, we have a 90-degree corner right here. We can see this thing doing this. Looks like it's doing that. It comes back out doing this. This right here. We have another smaller piece here. Going down. Not sure what to even make of that. But they try to get that out of there. But look at all the smaller pieces, folks, up here on the right. This here. Everywhere you look. Now, let's go back. Those pieces are actually there. Check that out. You can see this right here, this wall of this, or whatever that is. Okay? Other pieces are right here. I can see them. Right there going around. Here. This is part alone. You can see this piece coming up, but you can see also the white inside. Let's pull the white out. You got this piece right here doing this. Right? Burn it away. You can see the overlays there, but we were able to blast through it to get some of the details out on that part, right? Even this right here, look at this, nice and square. Appears to have what looks like a pipe sticking out of it. It's inside a larger circle. You see that? Check that out. Put it right in the middle of the screen. These over here in the lower left, I'll bring them to the center of the screen. Look at all this stuff again, right here. This looks like some kind of canister right here. But just these pieces alone inside the circle, folks, right here. Right here. It's right there. You can see the parts. And I showed you earlier the artificial compression artifacts they're throwing in these photos. You can see the bits and pieces of white here on the end of this. See that? Bring it all out, burn most of it out, and you can see that. This is the original, just with the crappy color taken off. Folks, look at any line in here, or circle, or shape, or whatever. We just brought it out more. Like this object here on the left-hand side, this is pretty cool. You can still see that right there. You can see the shape of it underneath the manipulation. Burn through it, and it'll come out. Anything that had a white signature, we just made it whiter. But notice these weird colors, right? I've said this before, and I'll say it again. These colors in the back, see the greens, the blues, and everything? That, to me, is the density of the manipulation that they're using, right? That's what we're looking at. That's where all these different colors come from. So I brought the colors way down after I enhanced it. What is this object right here sticking out of this rock? See that? It's either out of the rock or it's behind the rock. One of the two, right? See it? What is that sitting right there? Notice the shape of these pieces right here. Down here. It's everywhere, folks, no matter where you look. That's what I love about this photo. I always have loved it. Check that out. Look at the shape of this. What looks like something with a circle in it. Yeah, that's not natural, folks. Not natural in the least bit. And like I said, we see junk falling off the back of this area. All of this down here. I'm convinced that this thing's in a roadway. You see stuff in the left-hand corner, up there in the left-hand corner. Two areas that looks like debris falling down or is part of these objects. And folks, we can go back into this and look at this wall here. Check this out. Look at all the pieces that are laying here, embedded in the walls. Or are they? I don't believe this sky right here is a sky at all. Look how fake the edge of this thing looks. If we were to look right here, look how fake that looks. I believe this is much taller, and this is a junk we see coming down off the walls of this. That's what I believe, in my opinion. All right, so let me go from left to right on this. Have a look at these objects. Okay. You can see that. We'll bounce it over here to the right. And like I said, have a look at these objects like up here in the top, inside of that circle. All of the junk laying on the wall here, everything down here, including this piece right here. And as we get closer to these so-called mountains and stuff, again, I don't believe for a moment a hill is going to have these kind of shapes in it. This thing looks completely mechanical right there. And you can see these other pots inside here. That right there. Look at the shapes of these objects here. Okay? Really odd. And again, getting back to this pile over here, there's just so much to see in here, folks. Again, this piece right here, I believe there's something square laying right here. And you can see the shape, and I showed you the wall of this thing right here. 90-degree angle right there. And again, we can see this piece has been rounded off going like this. And you can see this piece right here. Objects right here. That framework. And all of this stuff laying here, folks, mechanical. My opinion. Let's go black and white on this. Have another look. Again, we'll go from left to right. It's not the clearest photo, folks. What I was trying to do is get rid of some of the compression artifacts so we can make out these objects a little bit better, right? Again, here. Here. Everything in between that, of course. And you can see all of these pieces up here. It looks like a pipe sticking out of this, in fact. We'll move it over here to the left. Look at these parts up here in the top left. Little pieces laying on the ground. I'm going to move it over to here. Stop it right here, folks. Look at it with your magnifier. Look at the parts laying in here. And I can go from black and white to color. Now, some of the stuff you can see I brought out like right here. Anything that had a white signature, we just brought it out brighter. See that? Okay. Again, folks, have a look at this with your magnifiers. You can see right here. Just back up a little bit. Look at the actual compression artifacts that I put in this photo. You can see right here it's got decent, when I say decent, compared to the blur down here. You can see it doing this. Like they literally threw this in here to take out whatever's on this so-called walls. I mean, come on. Okay, keep going. Again, I believe this right here to be maybe another level or a foundation or whatever that may be. And it's laying right there, folks. Look at the junk under here. I just find this awesome. Absolutely awesome stuff laying on the ground here. And again, here we are here. Anywhere, have a look, folks. Anywhere you look. More junk laying around. This right here is kind of funky right here. Not sure what to make of that. Looks like something eroded or something, and there's something inside. Now, you almost see something that looks like it's kind of arched right there. Look at this rock right here. This is kind of cool. Right here. Now, if I go back to the original, I can still see those parts in here, folks. Right there. I can still see them. Look. Original. Yeah. Bring these shapes out. Get rid of the nasty color. Bring out the shapes through the manipulation. And this is what you see. Just weird stuff. Junk laying all over the ground. I'm going to back out a little bit. We'll put it like this, folks. In the black and white. Have a look. Use your magnifier. Now, let's put this into color. And have a look right there with your magnifiers. Pause it right there. And there you are, folks. Folks, I said this before. They are there for a recon mission. Nothing more, nothing less. I believe that to be, in my personal opinion, that looks like a roadway in between structures. You got one here, one in the back, and you got all of that stuff on the left-hand side. It looks like junk had fallen down from each of these areas. That tells me that might be multiple structures. Is it? I don't know. Is it one large structure? Maybe everything caved in, and they actually drove the Curiosity into this building that had fallen in on itself. What it looks like to me is a technology factory, if you will. That's what it looks like to me. I see mechanical. I see all kinds of parts that look intelligently made. And like I said, when I did this, I'd done this years ago. When I seen it then, I thought, wow, this is fantastic. This time I decided to really tear this photo apart. And again, without a doubt in my mind, they are there and they are going through what's left over from a civilization that lived on Mars. It's driving through the ruins of Mars. Folks, they're literally rolling up in this area, zooming in with probably super quality, and looking at the details of said objects. What are they? Can they gain the technology? Can they do something with it? Or what happened to the civilization so that we don't make the same mistake? Either way, it's a civilization and they're on a recon mission. As always, folks, drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. I want to hear what you got to say. Please like and share the video. It is always appreciated. And folks, what I mean by share it on social media. Share it everywhere on Facebook you can. Just show it there. People need to see this stuff. We are actually seeing something that we're not supposed to see. We are seeing things in this photo that tells me, again, and I've said this a million times, we are not alone, we have never been alone, and we are part of something much larger. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that YouTube shares it. Folks, got more crazy ones coming up, as well as we get the Hangout coming up, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Always appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.